I've been competing as a men's physique pro for 10 years now, and this is the one title I regret in my career that I kind of bypassed. I never got this title, so it meant a lot to me, this has.
Boys, I want to start off this video by giving everyone who's tuning into this video in my last few videos a huge thank you. The channel officially crossed the 50,000 subscriber milestone, and honestly, it feels like a dream come true, man. I really deeply want to thank all of you guys for this. Let's keep going though. I have your 2023 New York Pro, your men's physique division results. Let's hop into this video. There's tons to cover. It was a crazy ass weekend. We actually had 3 pro shows. If you love men's physique like I do, like the video, subscribe, and let's go. It's very special for an athlete to compete for about 10 years in a division and still be very dominant. This is a crazy look back on Ryan Terry 10, 11 years ago compared to now. His 2023 win at the New York Pro, something he has never done before until last Saturday. Ryan Terry wins the New York Pro, and this is just a crazy example of what I like to call never fucking give up. An insane 10, 11 year transformation by Ryan Terry, boys. And I love this, I respect this, and it's crazy. The evolution of Ryan Terry over the last 10 years of him competing in men's physique has been fantastic to watch. And yeah, I've been tuning in for 10 years. Who remembers watching Ryan Terry on YouTube 10 years ago when he was on all those different YouTube channels? He created his own YouTube channel. Now we're watching Ryan Terry dominate, and you heard me say it, dominate the 2023 New York Pro. What makes Terry's physique so great, man? I think the staple thing that makes Terry's physique so freaking incredible is that insane core of his and that knife-like conditioning he typically brings to the men's physique stage, and the improvements that Terry has made all around as far as just growing his muscles and his physique and sculpting his body. It's phenomenal. And again, like I said, I respect the shit out of it. I've interviewed Ryan Terry before. I've met this guy in person. I have heard countless pros tell me how professional of a man, of an athlete he is, and I just love to see this, man. I've been talking about Ryan Terry for the last few weeks, losing to Corey Morris at the Pittsburgh Pro. Here he is switching with City Pouye at the New York Pro, and let's get into this, man. Shout out to my boy Anabolic Space for giving me this video. I have yet to comment or talk about this, so let's get into this, man. We got Ryan Terry in the light blue. We have City Pouye on the left in the yellow and blue. To the right of Ryan Terry, we have a very dangerous men's physique Brazilian, 13th in the world, Olympian. Olympia debut, by the way, Vitor Chavez. Crazy Brazilian physique, a lot of muscle. You can see why he was second place right there. And then we have a returning Olympian, a multi-time Olympian, pro show winner, you name it. We have Daniel Ammons on the far right. And the reason I think Ryan Terry won this show straight off the bat, boys, is because he brought the most complete physique. We got to remember, it's not about the most impressive body part or who's the most conditioned or who has the best shape. It's everything. It's who is the most complete on that day. And I thought Ryan Terry brought that finals package from Pittsburgh. If you guys remember my last video, I talked about Ryan Terry being very flat, being very soft even at the prejudging for the Pittsburgh Pro, came back for finals looking amazing. This is Ryan Terry finals at Pittsburgh, maybe even better, and this is how he shows up to the New York Pro. Again, City Pouye, very, very impressed by this physique. He seems to always land in the top 4 or 5 every show he's doing now. City Pouye, your tallest athlete on the far left, freaky ass African genetics. Ryan Terry, which to me, looking at this, has the best back, has the best glaze, has the best tan. He is the most conditioned to me. He has the thickest, widest back up there with the smallest waist, crazy V-taper. You have Vitor Chavez, who I thought could be a little bit more cut up, maybe could fix his tan a little bit, maybe a little bit more glaze, especially when you compare compare him to Ryan Terry, but Vitor, don't worry. I will not forget about those insane calves and legs by Vitor Chavez. When a men's physique pro has crazy legs, and most of these guys do, Terry does, but Vitor especially with those calves, it really does a lot for that physique, for that X frame. Very proud of Vitor. Again, 13th in the world in 2022, coming into the New York Pro this year, second place behind a spot-on Ryan Terry. A spot-on Ryan Terry, boys, is hard to fucking beat, I'm telling you. Then we have Daniel Ammons. Good to see Daniel. I know he was going through some health stuff. He's made it to the men's physique stage this year in 2023. Not his best look, but his best look is coming, I'm sure. And here you go, boys. Again, shout out to Anabolic Space for recording this and throwing this on his Instagram. So I get to show you, boys. This is actual stage footage from the 2023 New York Pro, and Ryan Terry dominates. I don't even think this was close, man. All around, Ryan Terry brought the package he needed to qualify for the Mr. Olympia. So let me ask you guys, would this be different? Let's take Ryan Terry, peak performance, peak shape, peak package at finals at the New York Pro, looking phenomenal, versus you know who, the Delt King, your 4-time 2023 Pro champ, Corey Morris. Would the outcome be different if Ryan Terry came in like this for Pittsburgh versus Corey Morris? Do you guys see Ryan Terry's physique being more superior than Corey's when Ryan Terry brings in 100%? Let me tell you, boys, I love both of these guys' physiques. Both of these shapes are absolutely fantastic, but unlike Corey Morris versus Aaron Banks, the Ryan Terry versus Corey Morris comparison, it's completely different. Completely different physiques and how they both stand out. Ryan Terry has that sharpness, guys, that crazy ass conditioning, one of the best cores in the league, guys. One of the best cores in the league, and overall just such a polished look. I've been seeing him up here compete for 10 years, so I love seeing him when he brings 100%. He's hard to stop, boys. And then you have Corey Morris, more mass, more roundness, probably a smaller waist, not so good of a core compared to Ryan Terry. The legs are a little bit less, so less of an X frame, and maybe overall completeness you could give to Terry. But I want to ask you, boys, who's winning that matchup if Ryan Terry comes in money at the 2023 Mr. Olympia and Corey Morris comes in money at the 2023 Mr. Olympia? I do want to pull this up because I want you guys to actually see how big of a difference it makes when Ryan Terry comes in fuller, right? When his muscles are pressing against the skin because there's food in his muscles compared to prejudging at the Pittsburgh Pro. If Ryan Terry came in how he did at the New York Pro for Pittsburgh prejudging, it might have been a different story. A lot of you might say Corey Morris' physique art is still too superior. We don't know that. You guys know how these judges are. If Ryan Terry came in money, Corey comes in money, it could have been a totally different scenario. Luckily, Ryan Terry came back the next week in New York Pro. Corey Morris was not there, thank gosh, and he wins the show. Let's talk about what Ryan Terry had to say. He always says something dope, man. RT says, where to start, man? We won the New York Pro yesterday. Congrats. From the men's physique community, 50,000 subscribers, Ryan Terry, congrats, my friend. This is a title that means a lot to me, as it's a title I've always wanted to earn in my career. I mean, who doesn't want to win the New York Pro, guys? He says a quick US recap, and without dwelling on last week too much, but for me, I was extremely disappointed with what I took to the stage in Pittsburgh. A lot of things went wrong running into that show, and it clearly showed on stage. I was determined to make amends this weekend and come in at my best for the New York Pro to prove a few things to myself, and I think Ryan Terry did that. When Ryan Terry comes in looking like this, boys, who's beating him? You know what I mean? You're going to have to put up some top 5 Olympians to take down this physique. It's a bigger, sharper, fuller Terry. That's a dangerous Terry, boys. Ryan Terry goes on to say, after landing in New York and having a great peak week, I unfortunately, for the first time in my career, fell very ill 2 days out. Okay, this is news to me, and nearly didn't make it to the stage. I was so determined, though, and knew how much not only myself, but my family have sacrificed for me to be here. So I knew I had to give it my everything. You got to keep in mind, his wife, his children, his family, they're not in the US when he's competing. He's flying over alone. They're back in the UK. It's all on Ryan Terry to come up with this W, to make this sacrifice worth it, to head to the Mr. Olympia. The pressure was on for Terry for 2 weekends in a row, and he doesn't give up. He perseveres and he pushes through 10 fucking years of this. And you tell me you're not a fan of Ryan Terry. Get the fuck out of here, man. He says, I believed in myself and stayed determined to be at my best and make everyone proud. Amazing what the body will do when the mind truly leads it. 10 years competing as a pro men's physique competitor, and I can honestly say that this is the best look I have ever taken to the stage. And I've got to agree, man. Ryan Terry at the New York Pro was lights out. I don't think that show was even close. Even Vitor Chavez being a very dangerous men's physique competitor, Vitor wasn't his best. City looked amazing. Daniel looked okay. Ryan Terry looked lights out. Game over. He says, I can honestly say this is the best look I've taken to the stage. The old boy in men's physique, you're not old, bro. What are you, like 31, 32? The old boy in men's physique has still got some life left in him. I'd say so, Terry. I think you got a lot of life, brother. He says, let's see what improvements we can make for the Olympia. Thank you for the amazing messages and support. Ryan Terry, after 10 years competing in the men's physique division, multiple times at the Olympia, second place at the Olympia before, third place at the Olympia before, losing last weekend to Corey Morris in a crazy matchup, shows up this weekend to the New York Pro and wins. Very, very exciting stuff, man. I love to see it from Ryan Terry. I fucking respect the shit out of it. But we got to talk about Vitor Chavez. This is a guy that's going to win a pro show, and if he keeps competing this year, I imagine him winning multiple pro shows. I talked about the insane legs and calves, but let's talk about the upper body. A big guy, but still with a very nice midsection, very nice lines, and a very nice shape. The judges clearly like this guy, so before anyone hates on him, you got to remember, at his as an Olympia debut in 2022, he got 13th in the world. I like his posing a lot. It's very unique. I think he can come in a little bit sharper, and I think he can bring just an overall better package. I've seen him bring a little bit better package. We got to remember, these guys typically should get better show to show. Expect to see Vitor Chavez compete in the next week or so and win a pro show. This comparison says a lot. I threw this comparison up the other day. A lot of people said they like Vitor. A lot of people said they like Ryan Terry. I'm telling you, Vitor is not a guy to sleep on. Do not sleep on Vitor Chavez. I put up a reel. I'll put it up right now. A lot of people are going to know about Vitor Chavez this year, especially him competing at the Arnold Classic Ohio. I'm letting you boys know right now that this guy is going to be a threat. Every time I see him, his conditioning, his money. Look at the core, man. Everything stems from the midsection. He has a gorgeous, gorgeous midsection. Symmetrical, it flows, the obliques are there, it's cut, it's dug up. I mean, I love it, man. Where I talked about Vitor Chavez, a lot of people are gonna know his name right now, or this year. And look, here you go. Second place at the prestigious, boys, one of the biggest bodybuilding shows in the world, the New York Pro, Vitor Chavez. Scrolling through my Instagram the other day, saw this thing on this guy's arm. I don't know what it is. If you guys can explain it to me, that'd be awesome. I've never seen anything like it. As far as the Optimum Classic, I'm kind of going to go through this quickly, or this video will be like 45 minutes long. I just want to give you guys the news in men's physique. How often do you hear me cover someone win a show who's a masters men's physique competitor, meaning he's 35 and over, 40 and over? I don't even know how old Derek Stevenson is, but I know he's not a young guy in the game. So to see a masters men's physique guy, probably a guy over 40 years old, win a pro show, win the Optimum Classic, beat a very dangerous multi-time Olympian like Ben Quill, is crazy. Congratulations to Derek Stevenson. That video was very moving, obviously meant a shit ton to him, as it should. And a huge congrats to my client, one of the first guys to actually trust me to prep him for a show, and boy did he fucking kill it. This is a 1 year difference of pictures. The first one was a year ago. The second one was just this weekend at the Optimum Classic in the amateur division, and Jerome absolutely killed it. I worked with Jerome from about early February, I'd say, till this weekend, so about 4 months, I'd say. And the guy just put his head down and worked. This is a great example of a client who who just put his head down, didn't make excuses, didn't complain, asked the needed questions he had to improve. I gave him the plan, and my guy did amazing. Now it's time to make some improvements, have his very first solid off season, and really fill out the frame. You guys got to remember, Jerome is 6'7", so if he competes in men's physique when he turns pro in the next 3 years, he will be, I believe, the tallest men's physique competitor ever, which is fucking phenomenal. Jerome, I love you, bro. You are my friend. Let's keep going on this journey together, man. Let me ask you boys, since the video's over, Where do you see Ryan Terry placing at the 2023 Olympia? Comment it down below. You guys know I read every single comment. Last year, to give you a little bit of a briefing, Ryan Terry got 7th, which was his best placing in a couple years at the Olympia. Now he's winning the New York Pro. The momentum is on his side. Do you see Ryan Terry placing better than 7th at the 2023 Mr. Olympia? Still one of the best to do it after 10 years. Who else has been doing it for 10 years plus and is still winning the New York Pro, still getting in the top 7 at the Olympia? Not very many guys. A lot of rising stars in the league, guys. Keep your eyes open. I talked about City Pouye. I talked about Vitor Chavez. There's even more dangerous men's physique competitors from all over the world competing in the sport, growing the division. And it's just so exciting to watch, man. I love men's physique. It's the division I see myself in. I don't see myself as a giant open bodybuilder. I don't want 40-inch fucking thighs. I'm not built like that. My calves aren't built to be giant-ass calves, man. I respect men's physique. It's the body for me. If you guys are interested in coaching, you guys know what's up. Send me a DM on Instagram. It can be lifestyle, it can be prep, whatever you want. Let's start. Let's get to work. Let's develop a program. Let's get better, man. If you guys are interested in supplements, just kind of randomly picking supplements at your vitamin shop, GNC, don't really know where to look. I trust Huge supplements. I use Huge every single day, every single morning throughout my day. A lot of you guys have been purchasing their supplements and using my code HEART, which I really appreciate. It directly supports my girl and my dog, my family, and my life. So I really do appreciate you. If you do that, make sure you take a screenshot, send me your purchase and the code of my name, and I'll give you a giant shout out on my Instagram thanking you. Other than that, boys, it's Monday. It's May 22nd. Let's go. It's Monday. Let's get up. Let's get moving. I don't know what you're doing. Hopefully you're doing cardio. You're at the gym. If you're on the couch and you're eating some meals, that's good too. That's progress, baby. I'll see you boys soon. I love you tons. Thank you for 50K. Crazy, man. Crazy ass journey. Thanks for being here, boys. Love you guys. I'm out.